rolling.
We're on, mate.
Live and direct.
Had to resort back to old trusty, haven't we?
Yeah,
The old gimbal's playing up.
It's a bit low on battery.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It's doing the old fandango, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a bit.
It's going down for the head spin. So do apologise, guys, if it's a little bit jumpy.
Yeah, I need to get used to holding
to go back to that cheap, nasty thing that I use. Sorry.
It's all right. Nice to hold, ergonomic.
Really? Right. So what we're going to talk about first, the kit car.
Kit car.
Got a track day on Saturday.
Nice.
But unfortunately, it is, well, not unfortunately, it's fortunate really that it's down at Chivner Air Base, but not allowed spectators.
Ah, right.
Because it's a military base, isn't it?
Mm.
So you can only sort of go in with yourself and the car and whoever's going in the passenger seat. Can't take a crew or anything like that, unfortunately. So there's no point me telling you to come down, guys, because you're not allowed in there. But we're going to use it as an excuse for a shakedown of the kit car.
Yeah.
Still over Stuart's. Stuart's just got a few things to sort out on it, which he's going to take up probably most of tomorrow. But he's going to do that. And I think at some point tomorrow, we've got to start cutting a big hole in the top of the bonnet.
Yeah.
Because
that'd be fun.
I did toy with modifying the air scoop that's going on the top. Looks a bit superchargery, doesn't it? A bit Americanified. If that's
looks like you've got a turbojet on the top of it.
It does, yeah, a little bit of an eyesore, I would say. But the only thing we could do is sort of lower it, make a fiberglass sort of ducting that goes and put it underneath the bonnet, but then it's drawing hot air, isn't it? Mm. So for the sake of the look of it, it might look cool when it's done.
I think it's unique is what it is.
Unique. It doesn't obstruct your vision when you're in the car. You don't notice it. No, you can still see both wheels, which is important in that. So you can know when you're hitting the apex.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah, for the sake of the sort of look of it, we may as well have it outside the car and draw some cold air in it, get a bit more power.
Proper ram air, that.
Yeah, so tomorrow, Stuart and I have probably got to remove the scoop. Yep. Unfortunately, I do like the scoop.
Yeah, it's a nice little scoop.
And we're going to cut a hole that's sort of around that ducting and put some nice black sort of trim in the hole there, so it looks a bit weather stripping, so it looks a bit factory.
So how's that held in? It's all fiberglass.
Oh yeah, it's some point it is just it's a bolt-on scoop, but someone has fiberglassed in this, which obviously they were using as a ram air at some point. So we'll have to do away with that, unfortunately. But yeah, we've got to get everything finished tomorrow on it, and then we're going to give it a shakedown on Saturday over at Chivner. Chivner has started doing some track days now. I think they've got permission to do about 8 or 10 for the year. Yeah. So it's a local one, isn't it?
You just going to go on your own then?
Just going to go on my own, mate. And why is that?
I'm a busy man on Saturday.
Very busy man. Taking the Scooby-Doo, look at it. Yeah. And he's had another delivery today.
Oh yeah, another delivery.
Another delivery, more new bits.
Which actually, a lot of people in the comments said that I needed this, so.
Look at that. Can't be doing with flaky paint in the bottom of your sump, mate.
No,
obstructing the pickup.
Yeah, so went full new one.
How much was that, dare I ask?
£90.
90 of your finest pound. Good job you're a very well-paid man.
Credit card.
Yeah, so you're off on Saturday.
Yeah.
I've spoke to Chris, actually. He rang me on Saturday and he said that he was expecting you to go up this weekend. And you're going to be going up in the little grey van.
Got a little van.
And you're going to be bringing an engine back. Chris has a Citroen engine, apparently, for us.
Nice.
He says, I know you don't like to get involved with the diesels, but this is a modern 16-valve diesel, and it's for him, innit? Chris is all right. Yeah, he understands what needs to be done when we do the motor. And in fact, it hasn't done a bottom end, it's done a cam belt.
So
but I don't think he wants to get too involved. It might have damaged the pistons. Obviously, the cams will need replacing because it's the pressed-on low jobbies. So that's that, mate. You're going to be bringing that back, hopefully.
Yeah, bring that one back.
Yeah. But the main reason for this little video, a little bit of an update on the E30.
Nice.
We have got to get the engine, the box and the diff into the car by bank holiday. 2 weeks, is that? Or
yeah.
a week?
I think it's a week.
Great. So you've got to clean the box up, give that a lick of the old
Yeah.
paint. Box is all good. We're not going to start stripping that out. Diff's all good. Diff hasn't done much work at all. It's a plated diff in a 188, what they call medium case, so it's the bigger diff.
Right.
As I say, plated, limited slip diff.
Nice.
But we've just bought something for it, haven't we? And we've just took delivery. Let's have a little look.
More stuff.
More stuff. Now this, I can blame Wayne Greatrix for this.
Right.
Because he said you've got to have it.
Wayne.
So what we were going to do, whether you know the E30 diffs or not, the way they're mounted is at the front there's 2 bolts that go into, I think it's the rear subframe.
I'd imagine so, yeah.
I haven't even had a look, to be honest. This just goes to show how much I know about the E30s. And they have one of these ears which is cast into the rear casing on the diff.
Right.
This holds a bush. And it's mounted to 2 welded plates that go onto the rear of the chassis. And obviously, I think when you stick a more powerful engine in, Wayne said, first of all, it tries to pull the front down and rip those bolts out, or rip the bolts out of wherever it's mounted. And obviously, it's allowing the diff to do this because it's got one ear. So what I was going to do is you can buy a kit, which is just another one of these.
Yeah.
Bolts onto the other side of the diff, and then you get a kit that's with 2 plates that you can sort of either bolt or weld to the chassis. But we've gone the full Monty, haven't we?
That would have been too simple.
Too simple.
Too
and not
easy.
trick enough,
Yeah, not
I would
trick
say.
enough.
So, lo and behold, anyone ever gets down on their hands and knees and sticks their head under the back of the BMW, they're going to want to see something trick, aren't they?
Yeah.
So we've gone for a Racing Diffs rear case.
That's lovely, that is.
That is nice. They do it in silver or black. We've gone for the black, stealthy.
Yeah.
Now, one advantage is with this, it's a very meaty case. Comes with the 2 ears, one either side. So you get the nice poly bushes in the purple that go either side. Looks fairly trick.
Yeah.
There's the other ear. It's got there's a nice rubber gasket.
I do.
Various nuts and bolts and what have you to go with it. So have a look, see what we've got in here. What goodies have we got? This is the kit that bolts to the chassis for the other ear. So nice and meaty. You've got a sensor that goes into there.
All right, yeah.
And it comes with a standard black plate, but we've gone a little bit more trick than that.
Yeah.
Of course I have. I bought a gold cover. Okay.
Is it gold or is it yellow?
Well, it's sort of goldy yellow, right?
No, it is gold.
No, it's gold.
Just a light.
Well, it's sort of, it's anodised, isn't it? Whatever. Yeah, it's got the breather tube, all the nuts and bolts. So, and the advantages with this, mate, you've got 3 drilled and tapped holes here. And these are for, one is a level plug, and the other 2 is to put a diff oil cooler in there, which of course we're going to do, aren't we? So it comes, the diff oil kit, isn't that expensive actually, a couple of £100.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it comes with a pump, all the necessary plumbing, and a trick little radiator that you mount to the back of the car underneath.
Yeah.
Got to be done,
Nice.
isn't it?
Yeah.
I think. So yeah, thank you very much, Racing Diffs. Lovely product. Not overly cheap, but I did email them and they've done me a pretty good deal on it. So yeah, another addition to the E30. So yeah, we've got to get, what we've got to do on it. Got to get the gearbox, the diff. So we've got to sort the diff out, give that a good clean, a paint. Won't bother putting any oil in it yet. Stick this cover on and get that mounted into the car.
So we've got to mount everything, basically.
Well, just the gearbox, the engine, very sort of roughly in there. Yeah. The engine, we've got to clean up the exhaust manifold, which we've got, and give that a wrap and put that onto the engine, because Tom Upton is having the car, and he's going to be bracing the front of the diff. So the way you do that is go through the floor, and then up and over to the roll cage either side of the strut tops.
Right.
So basically the front of the diff is mounted to the cage. And Wayne said, if you don't do that, you'll regret it later on, because when it's painted,
It's all going to be
Don't
very stiff then.
very stiff, yeah. It's
diff.
probably something we should have done before. I know Mikey's very busy, so I've asked Tom, while the car's down there having the exhaust made, that is the reason for mounting the engine, etc. He's got to make the exhaust from the manifold backwards, so he needs everything in there where it's going to be. Full system.
What sort of noises are you going to try and achieve? You want it like...
Don't want it noisy.
Not noisy?
Not really. Got to try and keep it under 100 decibels.
I suppose for tracks, you
Yeah,
don't really want it noisy.
Race cars aren't noisy, are they, really?
No, not really.
As much as I'd like it, Larry, we've got the Lambo for that, haven't we?
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to keep it nice and quiet. You know,
some
go for the...
resonators on there, or just...
Don't know, really. We'll have a little look, shall we? Nice twin, slightly upswept towel pipe.
Nice.
Proper DTM, isn't it?
Yeah.
So looking forward to that, mate. So that's the next stage with that.
Nice.
So yeah, pleased with that product. Looks really smart.
Yeah, it does. It looks really good, that.
And as I say, we are looking forward to going down and having a little shakedown in the kit car at the weekend. I shall keep you informed, let you know on that. You're not even allowed to video there because it's MOD, isn't it?
That's annoying.
Yeah, so...
Fair enough, I suppose, but...
But yeah, you're not even allowed to refuel on the site.
Really?
Yeah, you've got to leave the site to go to the... Fortunately, just outside the camp is a petrol station, and the car's legal. Yeah. So we'd just drive around there if we needed to fill up. But I shan't be doing that many laps. I just want to give it a shakedown, make sure everything's watertight, oil tight, and not going to... bits ain't dropping off it.
Yeah.
So well, yeah,
we'll chance to drive it full blast for a minute, wouldn't it?
That's it. Yeah, I had a little go the other day just round the block, and it seems pokier to me.
Well, you were saying it was lighting up in every gear, wasn't it?
Yeah, even in the first couple of gears, even in the dry, it was lighting up, which it never did before. It was a bit wind and pissy, even in the in the dry. But yeah, seems punchier, mate. What it would be like up the revs, don't know. But
have to find out.
I think I've got a feeling it's going to be everything we wanted from it.
Yeah.
And we're
Shame
looking
you can't
forward.
film any of that.
It is a bit annoying. Yeah, I think you can film for personal use,
but you can't post it.
No,
anywhere.
you're not allowed to put it on social media, unfortunately.
Makes sense.
But I will be reporting back Monday on how it went. So hopefully.
Gonna take John with you?
John, I have asked John. There's a couple of people going, interesting people. There's Julian West going with his GT40.
Yeah. Nice car,
yeah, there's a few local boys, Chris Ince and that's going with their little hatchbacks. So it would be pretty good fun, I reckon.
Yeah.
I've tried to persuade John, but he seems to be coming up with every poor excuse under the sun. I think it's because he's a bit worried that I'm going to try and make him go in the passenger seat. And he ain't a good passenger.
No.
So at the moment, he's sticking with the got to go and sort my mobile phone out. The fact that he ain't never turned the mobile phone on, got to sort the contract out, ain't you?
I'll ask him tomorrow, see if he's going to go down there.
Let's keep plugging on, mate. We've got 3 or 4 days. So yeah, that's what's going on at the moment, guys. I will be reporting back. What we got this week then to tell them, apart from that. We'll do another one Thursday. Do another video Thursday. Show you the kit car complete. Show you the Triffid hanging out the bonnet. See what you think.
Yeah.
And yeah, apart from that.
I will be doing a little bit in a bit on the Subaru. Once I've got all the other bits on it. So
ideal.
When it's completely
Are you going to do a bit of video when you go up to Chris or not?
Yep.
Good man.
Of course I will.
Show us the premises there at CTS.
Will do.
Yeah, I think he's moved.
You've got like a windscreen mount, haven't you?
I have, mate.
Might want to borrow that.
Do a bit of in-car.
Yeah.
Nice. Top man. Yeah, so we'll see you Thursday then. Bit more from you, bit more from Stuart.
Yeah.
Ideal.
Cool.
Perfect.